All right, it looks like we're live. Question mark. Let's see. Still connecting on the chat. Assume people are here. Hope everyone's doing well. If you are, yeah, it looks like one of our streams is live. That's good. Let's see if we can get a second one going here. Oh, two. Wow. Perfect. There we go. All right. All right, chats are connected. Fignaz, good to see you. Galicio. Perfect. Gotta do one more thing here. We already got some news out of Ripple Swell, so that's nice. I wasn't sure how fast that would start coming out. I wonder what time it kicks off today. Chadwick, good to see you. Yeah, I'm able to read the X chat now, so I think I got all the chats. So I know people were probably commenting on X before, and I probably wasn't responding. I do have the X chat now here, so I can see you on X. Let's see who we got. Galicio, Rich, Digital Revolution, good to see you. Going to Starbucks, what you need. I need a lot right now. You know, today was one of those days where I woke up and I was like exhausted, and then I went and got my workout in, and now I feel great. So big recovery there, which was nice. We had some nice price action in the cryptocurrency market, only to see things kind of coming back this morning. We'll see how the day ends up. But we did have some nice price appreciation. Things were looking really good, and for whatever reason, it seems like we're selling off a bit here. See who we got. So we already got an announcement on RLUSD, so that's what I was going to share with you guys here. It's not any kind of crazy announcement, but it's pretty much what I had been saying is the case. And let me just straighten out this camera real quick. Perfect. Before we get into that, guys, make sure to drop a like on the stream. Super helpful. Also, John Deaton debate is tonight. Which is crazy. Super excited to go watch that. We will be live streaming that here. So really, keep a lookout for that later tonight. We're going to be live streaming John Deaton's debate against Elizabeth Warren. No one deserves more support than John Deaton, man. So really excited to see how he performs against Elizabeth Warren. Not that I think I have any worries about how he's going to perform against Elizabeth Warren, but it's going to be exciting to see that. So we'll be live streaming that. I think it's at like 8 o'clock tonight. I'll pull up the live stream so people can check it out. We'll take a quick look at XRP, take a quick look at some of that price action I talked about earlier. Todd Lane, good to see you. Oh, of course, man. Glad you enjoy the content and just appreciate you being here. So thank you. Oh, I think I can do. It's kind of in a weird place. You know what I can do though? I just block myself out here. That's all right. We'll go over to this other screen. All right, so here's the XRP price chart. As we can see, we are making some really nice progress here. It looked like we were going to make a big push upwards, and for whatever reason, we're having a pretty big sell-off this morning. But, I mean, it's still very, very positive considering where we came from. At one point, we were up 10% off those lows, and we're really just pulling off this bottom range right now, which is the more important thing. Like I always say, we just want to be off this bottom resistance or this bottom support line. the more we're kind of playing around down here, the more of a chance we have of falling through this. So what we really want to see is kind of XRP just gradually kind of move back up to the top of this thing, which I'm pretty confident we're going to see. Could definitely get some news out of Ripple Swell today that could make be a positive catalyst. So we'll be keeping our eye out for that. Let's see what we got here. Silver Days, good to see you. I always love to see you here. Daniel James, Roger. Good morning, Roger. Hope you're doing well today, Roger. Roger is always sending me over great information that ultimately comes back here to you guys. So really appreciate Roger doing that. Super, super, super helpful. Guys, before we get into some of the Swell news, make sure to just drop a like on the stream. Takes 2 seconds. You can exit out of the live chat and do that real quick. If you are on X, a retweet goes a really long way. So believe it or not, you guys have a lot of people following you who aren't following me. And one of the best ways to get the word out about XRP and the XRP Ledger ecosystem is simply to retweet so all of your followers can get tuned in on these live streams. So really appreciate everyone taking a second to do that. And literally, as I say that, we just jumped like 150, 200 viewers. So makes a huge difference. Yep, John Deaton for Senate. Can't wait to watch that debate tonight. That's going to be a lot of fun. It's always fun when we can kind of sit back and watch something together. Especially John Deaton against Elizabeth Warren. Apparently there's 2. So it looks like there's actually 2 debates. So Elizabeth Warren, I said, made a massive mistake debating John Deaton, but it looks like her mistake is even worse than I initially thought because she's debating him twice. I have no idea why she would do that. No idea. John Deaton had a 0%. I don't want to say this, but John Deaton had a very low chance prior to going up against Elizabeth Warren. And if all of Elizabeth Warren's voters, or not all of them clearly, but if a bunch of them tune in and watch John Deaton eviscerate her, I mean, that's not going to be a good look. So 1 second, guys. Just checking out the news. Okay, we'll get into some of the RLUSD news. Yeah, we'll talk about that real quick. I know everyone's dying. So this is about what this is about what I expected at least, but I know some people kind of expected something different. Oh man, I lost the actual news. Hold on, I got it right here. So, according to Monica Long, RLUSD is ready to go live. Everything's done on the back end. All the partnerships are in place. The only thing they're waiting for is the New York FD. I always get these letter mixed up. I think Cointelegraph reported. Hold on. CoinDesk, maybe. Okay. Here we go. Here's the actual report that I was looking for. So RLUSD is operationally ready as the firm named exchange partners, market makers, and an advisory board for RLUSD. They're waiting for the New York Financial Services Department to actually approve it. Now, funny enough, one of these people is at Swell, so I'm fairly confident we will see this thing approved. Shellfish is at Swell. Shellfish, you'll have to let us know if anything important or anything interesting comes across at Swell. Congratulations to you to making it over there. I'm sure you're going to have a blast. I have some serious FOMO not being there right now, but I hope you have a great time. And guys, make sure, if you're not already, make sure to give Shellfish a follow. She does great content about the XRP ledger. She does great content in spaces, so make sure to give her X page a follow. You will not regret it. She puts some great stuff out there. And who knows, she might have some little inside reporting from Swell, so you're going to want to keep an eye on her account. I'm sure she's going to have a blast, and Shellfish, we're all jealous of you being at Swell right now. I hope you have a great time over there. Yeah, no, there's a lot of interesting developments on the political side. I think they're going to start talking about that on CNBC in a minute. But the big funny news is the really funny news is the new Kamala Harris crypto strategy, which is the crypto strategy specifically around black men. Black men is who Kamala Harris is looking to support in their cryptocurrency endeavors. I'm not sure about the black woman. I'm not sure about the white woman, the white men, or anyone else of any other race or gender here. But for whatever reason, it is the black men who are going to be protected and promoted in the cryptocurrency industry. Guys, you can't make this stuff up. When I read this, I just kind of sat there and said, wow, that's a really weird thing to say, but I guess that's where we are in America. If you're a black man, you are going to be prioritized here on the cryptocurrency front. Investor protection by race. Yes, that is the new policy here. Actually, the SEC is going to rebrand here, and you're actually going to submit a picture of your skin. And then that will dictate whether or not you qualify for certain protections. Yeah, it's a backwards world, but who knows? Let's hope things change in the near future. We're pretty close to some big events around the corner. New Kirkland, I appreciate you saying that, man. You know, as a white guy, sometimes coming out and saying this stuff isn't necessarily easy, but I appreciate you saying that, because obviously I never want to cross any kind of line here. New Kirkland said I already voted for my man and it wasn't her. No, I appreciate that, New Kirkland, right? So you always got to be careful with what you say nowadays, but like, I don't know. I see this as just taking everyone backwards. The more we create these artificial lines between people based off the color of their skin, it's completely ridiculous. And it's unfortunate that the more and more we kind of progress as a society, and the more I think the average person puts a lot of the stigmatisms and a lot of the issues they had long ago, as we kind of move past what we did as a nation. It's unfortunate that these things are kind of like re-brought up and re-brought up and re-brought up, and I think stuff like this just kind of makes the divide worse. But yeah, this is Kamala's policy in terms of crypto, specifically black men in crypto. I don't know where the black women went though. That is a kind of funny twist here. You'd think it was at least just black people in general, but it's only black men. So I don't know if there's this. I don't know how many women are actually watching this stream, but interesting to see them left off. Chris Larson has endorsed Kamala. Yeah, Chris Larson sent Kamala a fat bag of XRP, which is yeah, you know, wasn't my favorite thing to see in the world, but you know, Chris Larson's gonna do what Chris Larson wants to do. So unfortunately, that's what we're stuck with. Guys, make sure to take a quick second, drop a like on the stream. Really appreciate all you being here, especially the black men out there. Really appreciate you extra, and we will have special programs for you. Special member only designation. TS, you absolutely nailed it. TS said, I'm black. This is the funniest thing I've read. I think it's because she's losing black men vote. Yeah, no, absolutely. That's absolutely it. Good morning, Crypto. Good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah, I probably should have saved that news for when there's only 100, 200 people watching, but... No, you guys are awesome. I appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys a lot. She's only doing this because black men can't stand her and see right through her BS. Yeah, it seems to me like the majority of her voters are probably white women and black women. It just seems like it's women. Fire Dog, that's funny. Fire Dog says I'm 3% black, so I'm 3%. Thank you. Well, you're going to be protected, Fire Dog. Me, I have no chance. I have no chance. Kamala will not be providing rules or regulations for me, unfortunately. I will have to figure it out as a half white, half Middle Eastern man. I mean, I don't even think it's half and half. It's some portion, maybe 25% Middle Eastern. Oh, these comments are getting ridiculous. All right, we gotta tone this down a bit, or I won't be able to read any comments. Not that it matters. Honestly, you can tell she doesn't mean it. That's a fake effort. Well, it's a really fake effort because there's no doubt about it. There are certain things where obviously it'd make a lot of sense, but it's funny to say like, oh, like in terms of regulations, like how would you even have regulations that like specifically go to like one race or another? Like you're going to have to be submitting like a picture of yourself when you go log into Coinbase just to see what regulations you're going to get. Oh, Calicio, that is a crazy oh man. All right. Pivot. Here's a trailer for Swell just to give everyone FOMO with Shellfish there. You guys are awesome, man. You guys are awesome.
Welcome to the 8th annual Ripple Swell.
So pretty cool there. Obviously the kickoff of a very exciting event. See what else we got. If we got anything else breaking, it's probably still pretty early at the Ripple Swell event. I don't even know if it's necessarily kicked off yet. I would assume not. Guys, there's also a really big advertising push going on with Ripple right now. Not only in DC, but London. Take a look at this. Someone said, I hope we see Elon there. Yeah, I don't know the chances are going to see Elon at Swell, but I mean, it's certainly possible. I would say the probability of Elon at Swell isn't great. Adam said we deserve a tsunami. Let's see what comes out. I don't know. I don't know if there's any new product announcement. Last year, there wasn't really any kind of product announcement at Swell. It was just that they're looking to integrate more of their activities into the XRP ledger. We didn't get like a definitive product announcement, but we'll be keeping our eye on it. I have myself pressed up against the news here, waiting for something interesting to drop. I would like to know when the thing kicks off. I texted some people at Swell to get some more information around that. Ripple in Florida and so many hurricanes coming. Coincidence? I think not. A Ripple travels to all area. A Ripple travels to all areas. Interesting. Got my Fink coin. Okay. Interesting. Mickle, do you see a scenario where the appeal somehow gets dismissed before end of year? Well, the SEC needs to submit some documentation here tomorrow or the next day. The SEC owes us an answer on what they're actually appealing. We don't know what the SEC is appealing yet. We'll find out fairly soon here. If they don't send that information, the appeal gets dropped. Firedog, thank you so much for the donation. Really appreciate that. The appeal gets dropped, so I don't know. We're going to have to see exactly what actually takes place on that appeal news. I would assume. Oh, Colin became a member. Awesome. Thank you. I would assume that they are going to submit all of that appeal work, and we will see that appeal come through. So, technically, if they don't do anything, there is a possibility that appeal does happen. That appeal does get dropped. I wouldn't hold my breath for that. I don't think there is a high probability the SEC is not going to be submitting that appeal stuff. So we'll see what ends up happening there. For some reason, my new stream doesn't pull the super chat, so I need to jump back in and read some of these super chats real quick retroactively. Apologize for that. I didn't realize that was happening. So that's annoying. I don't know why it wouldn't show me the super chats. But let me jump back and hit some of these super chats because we do have some good ones. Firedog said Kamal is copying all of Trump's words and strategies. Their campaign manager took Trump's playbook for at least 6 months and decided to play it. It's funny to see. Firedog, thank you so much for the donation there. Side note, this time to start an average small cap. Side note, this is the time to start averaging out of all your small cap alts for a load up on 40 to 60% dip. Mickle's Coffee. Firedog, thank you so much for the donation. Really appreciate the insight there. We also have Hydromage. Hydromage gifted 5 memberships. Thank you so much for doing that. And sorry for being late on some of those. It looks like I got to get another change to bringing all these chats together because I can only see certain chats at a time. But thank you so much for doing that. Really appreciate it. Who is behind you? Oh, it's just the screen right here. It's just this other screen I have running the chat feature so I don't miss out on donations. Yeah, I can't wait for some of those clips to start rolling in. Can't wait to get some of those clips rolling in. How do you gift a membership? I actually don't know. That's one of the things that people do all the time. I'm not sure exactly how to do it. Oh, we just got we actually just got an announcement. It looks like one of the market makers or liquidity providers for RLUSD was just announced. Someone called KeyRock. So KeyRock just tweeted out, "We're excited to support Ripple as a liquidity provider for the launch of RLUSD." So this news just dropped here. I don't know much about them. What is Ripple Swell? Ripple Swell is an event they put on where they essentially talk about the XRP ledger and everything coming. Beard looks good. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Digital Revolution said, not selling my XRP. It's the Primus collateral for DeFi lifestyle loans without capital gains tax consequences as price appreciates. That's exactly how we think about it. That is exactly how we think about it as well. Do we have news coming in? Hold up.
News of the week in the form of Empire Manufacturing for the month of October, expecting a number up 3.5. Well, it's down 11.9, down 11.9, which makes it the most negative month-over-month change since just, well, May of this year. But what's interesting is prior to last month, if you look at the read for September, it was the best since April of 2022 at 11.5. And it broke a string of all negative numbers going all the way back to December of last year. So it is really somewhat of a mean reversion, but it's also a bit of a disappointment. It looked like we were going to really see a nice breakout of Empire with that big 11.5 last month. But here we go, pretty much taking it all back. And if we look at what's going on with interest rates, there's been a change. You could actually see it Friday. Of course, the bond market was closed Monday. On Friday, 10-year note yields failed to surpass its previous session's highs. It had been going on for 7 consecutive sessions. But there is one maturity that still did it on Friday, but I don't think it's going to do it today. That's a 30-year bond. 30-year bond would have to trade above 442. Have to trade above 442 to trade higher than Friday's high yield. Doesn't look like it's going to happen. It's down about a half a dozen basis points right now. We see the curve inverting a little bit more. I take that back. It's not inverted. It is getting flatter. It is positive. It's gone positive about a month ago. So we want to continue to pay attention. And as the week goes on, we get more important economic information. We'll be getting import prices, export prices, but maybe the most important data of the week, of course, will occur on Thursday when we get retail sales. Becky, back to you.
All right, Rick, thank you. Joining us right now to talk markets, including what he's seeing from earnings and how the Fed has impacted things on Wall Street, is Noah Blackstein. He's senior portfolio manager at Dynamic Funds. And why don't we talk first what you think the mood is for equities, and whether you think these highs can continue?
I think these highs can probably continue. I think we've got the Fed with probably 2 more rate cuts this year for sure. I think that credit is being well behaved. We'll see how the earnings season goes, but leading indicators from the banking stocks, certainly on earnings and on credit, would suggest that the economy looks fine. Since July, you've had much broader participation in the market than just 7 stocks. All of that's boding well, I think, overall for the market to continue to work here. Obviously, there's some geopolitics and perhaps concerns around the election, uncertainty. But from what we see, outside of people trying to hedge equity risk, credit and bond markets seem relatively tame, and we think the market continued to work higher this year and into.
Okay, so we got some interesting stuff going on. 2 things here. One, the market is recovering very quickly. So we sold off this morning, but I think Bitcoin has already came back from what it sold off on. That's good news. I want to quickly move over to this, though. It looks like VET just released the RLUSD initial launch partners are going to be Uphold, Bitstamp, Bitso, MoonPay. Very interesting. No date yet. MoonPay, surprising. And it looks like OpenSea has some involvement in MoonPay, which is interesting. Notable Coinbase is not on here. Coinbase is going to Ripple's Swell event, though. So I'm curious if there would be any development around that. Bitstamp, obviously purchased by Robinhood, still has that XRP ledger connection there. So it'll be very interesting to see how that plays out, that Bitstamp Robinhood kind of connection. So we'll keep our eye on that. But those are those initial partners. Very cool to see. Guys, make sure you take a quick second, drop a like on the stream. Really appreciate everyone doing that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. For taking. Whoops. Thank you for taking the time to do that. Really appreciate it. Yeah, I love how involved Uphold is too. Uphold continues to be a major supporter of the XRP ledger ecosystem. So massive shout out to Uphold. Yeah, guys, if you have a second, just exit out of that live chat, go to the bottom, drop that like, thumbs up, and that's going to really get this stream cooking. And hopefully it looks like the announcements are starting to roll in. So yeah, Uphold just released their announcement here. Uphold just released their announcement. Here we go. Let's take a look at this. Here comes the swell news coming right in. Uphold says, exciting. Uphold is a proud partner with Ripple for launching RLUSD, a compliance-focused stablecoin built for financial institutions and enterprises. Real-time payments, liquidity management, tokenization of real-world assets, and more, with all the stability of USD. So very exciting to see this, the initial launch of RLUSD. Yeah, it's good to see Uphold stepping up again. Uphold has continually done this, and I got lucky. Uphold's really been the only person I've ever really worked with on the channel, and it's been an easy partnership. Uphold continues to kind of impress and be an integral part of the XRP Ledger ecosystem. I get so many different exchanges who want me to promote them, and a lot of them pay a lot more than Uphold pays me. I pretty much just get nothing from Uphold, but it's been nice because I like Uphold's continued effort to the ecosystem. It's been great. Awesome. A lot of new subscribers coming in. That's awesome. Levi Crypto, welcome. Guys, thank you so much. Really nice to see all these new subscribers showing up right now. See, the stream is probably hitting some different group of people right now. I'm telling you, lots of people follow you guys who don't follow me. So retweets go a really long way in teaching more people about this ecosystem. A mature crypto owner, Mickle, there are several things I want and need from crypto. One, safety, with many people are working on. Two, is a way for my family to benefit from crypto should I die. XRP to the moon. You should go to digitalwealthpartners.com and get a consultation there, because those are two things we can certainly help you with. I just have super stickers and super chat, no membership there. If you go down to the description of the video, there should be a membership section. I think that should be there. Ripple is getting good news. I wonder if the SEC will ruin it later. Yeah, I'm sure Gary Gensler's sitting there rubbing his hands like this, just waiting to drop some bad news. Let me jump back into the news real quick. So Ripple stablecoin operationally ready. We already kind of knew about that. We'll jump into the charts in a second. I think we're about to get a pretty decent pump here. Bitcoin looks good. Bitcoin looks like it's about to make another touch on 66. Let's take a look at some of those charts. Yeah, Bitcoin breaking out. Pull up BTC real quick. We could take a look at Fiat League 2. Start with this. Let's see, Bitcoin bitstamp. Okay, yeah, at a very critical zone on Bitcoin here. Take a look at this. We are at the spot, guys. We are at the spot. We could get a breakout in these next, like today. We're prime for a breakout. We are prime for a breakout on Bitcoin. How long have we been trading sideways here? Wow. Close to 230 days just sideways in this channel. We need 30 more likes to get to 200. Guys, do your part. Let's get to 200 likes. Really appreciate everyone helping out there. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you so much, Brian, for helping out with that. Yeah, it looks like Bitcoin's really trying to make a move this morning and get up above this zone. It's almost completely retraced its earlier pullback, which is good to see. If we take a look at XRP, we can see that XRP is also starting to eat up this candle we saw earlier come in, which is a really good sign. Let's take a look and see if we got any more swell news. XRP to the moon, and how good was SpaceX? Yeah, SpaceX is incredible. Why? No, I don't think Ledger will be at Swell. Not that I know about. MoonPay RLUSD. Yeah, that's surprising. That's hitting right now. We're proud to partner with Ripple. I don't know much about MoonPay, but funny enough, MoonPay just followed me. So maybe I'll take a closer look at MoonPay specifically. I mean, it seems like it's kind of just an exchange, but looks like an infrastructure player, kind of just for using crypto for payments as well as an exchange, kind of a liquidity source. This is the first Swell event held in the United States. All others have been Dubai, Singapore, Toronto, or just virtual. Yeah, this is the first Swell event held in the United States. This is surprising, but it really shows that Ripple looks to be doing some kind of pivot to the United States. Huh. Taylor, I just saw your message in the chat, man. MoonPay on the stream? Is MoonPay here? No way. What up, what up? MoonPay, if you are here, that's awesome. Oh, off-ramp. Off-ramps is exactly what we need. More off-ramps is exactly what we need. So that would be incredible. I need to do some more research into MoonPay now. Oh, cool. Use MoonPay for payments and use Bitmart. Very interesting. Yeah, I need to do some more research. I don't remember them really being in the XRP Ledger ecosystem before, but that'd be incredible. That's incredible to see them kind of stepping in. My cat told me XRP is going to $4 to $5 if Trump wins. Well, that's the most reliable news source I've ever seen. So I use them on Ledger. Interesting. Oh, cool. Awesome. Appreciate you guys for sharing some of that MoonPay stuff with me that I wasn't necessarily aware of. I think my CNBC stream crashed. Let me just get that back up and going. Yeah, oil's falling off a cliff. I talked about this briefly in my video last night, but oil is getting decimated right now, which is definitely interesting. You're eating the cats. Oh. Oh, man. Oh, here we go. Okay, so this is just the official announcement by Ripple. Okay, so we have more partners. So Uphold, Bitstamp, Bitso, MoonPay. I don't know what this one is. Ender Reserve and Bullish. I've been seeing a lot of things from Bullish recently. Okay, so certainly an interesting lineup there. Surprised Coinbase didn't come in, but also not surprised. Very Coinbase-esque not to be involved. I'm sure they'll be involved at some point here. No Coinbase, no Binance. Okay. So the big thing we have right now breaking is that stablecoin news. I haven't seen anything else interesting yet. Keep our eye on that. And we talked about this earlier. We're still waiting for the New York Financial Services Department to actually approve it. So there are members of the New York FDS at Swell. So hopefully that gets approved fairly quickly, but we're still waiting on that to actually go through. Guys, take the second to drop a like on the stream. And also just a quick reminder, we do later today have the John Deaton first debate. Apparently there's two. I will be live streaming this, so make sure to come by later for that debate. I think it's going to be a lot of fun to watch. Damo, thank you so much. He said, Mickle, I love your page. Been subscribed to your profile for about 2 years. Thanks for all the information and signals. Can't wait for RLUSD and the flip of the switch. Hey, man, thank you so much. Really appreciate that. And just happy to have you here. Guys, shout out to all the new subscribers coming in as well. Lots of new subscribers coming in. It's really fun. Thoughts on implementation of XRP with Swift, 10% or more. Need to see just more progress on the regulatory clarity, and I'm sure we'll see a lot of exciting developments in terms of large institutions like Swift using XRP. Right now, we just need to get some more progress in terms of on the regulatory clarity side, because large institutions really just can't use it until they have that. I think we're making good progress. I just think we have a ways to go prior to talking about 10% of Swift. John is the man. Absolutely, guys. John Deaton is a legend. If there's anyone who deserves all the support in the world, it's Deaton. Very few people who I'd be compelled to go say, hey, I'm going to put my name behind them, live stream their debate and get all that going. But John Deaton is special. John Deaton's special. He deserves it more than anyone else. Super excited for that. MoonPay, we talked about those. We talked about the MoonPay news. Continuing to scroll here. Here, we'll do this for a bit as we wait for more news to drop. Because I think we're getting a nice little XRP recovery here. We'll do this for a minute. Just do some questions. comfortable here. Cheering on John from the UK. Yeah, John will appreciate that. He will. New subscriber. Or is that Fire Dog with a donation? I think that's Fire Dog with a donation. Fire Dog, thank you so much, man. You're too generous. I'm mad I can't find out how to gift memberships. I give up. Money going to Mickle's coffee fund so I can keep He's Awake to give back to the community. Fire Dog, you're the best. I appreciate that a lot. I really do. Thank you so much, and I really appreciate that. Sorry, I gotta look behind me again real quick. I need to get a better live stream setup. No doubt about it. Live stream setup needs work. We're getting there. Things aren't breaking, but I still have some minor issues here that need to be cleaned up. From the UK, awesome. Good to have you. We're over 200 likes. Yes, we are. Great to see that. Thank you, Brian, for helping out on that, man. It's super helpful. It really is. I only have so much time to be monitoring that kind of stuff with everything else going on, so I really appreciate that. Also, guys, I think we're gonna make a switch over to members only for a bit. Give those members that special treatment. Really appreciate everyone else being here and would love to have more members over on the channel. I think it's like $5 a month, so it's about as much of a cup of coffee. So really appreciate all the members. Go over there just to get some more specific questions going on, and I'm going to be watching my phone very closely for that next piece of news we're going to be getting out of Ripple Swell. It's going to be all day. We're just going to get hit with news piece after news piece of things going on at Ripple Swell. Hopefully we get some big announcements. I know Bloomberg is the official media partner for Ripple Swell, so I wouldn't be surprised if they do have something planned there to get a pretty big announcement out. Or else, do you really need Bloomberg there? I don't know. Either way, it's probably good to have someone like Bloomberg there, but would be great to see a nice big announcement to get everyone excited. YouTube currently battling me. Nice recovery. Nice little recovery on XRP. There we go. Cool. Sui, XLR, and XRP all combining. Yeah, there's definitely some big announcements underway in terms of those partnerships. Interesting to see how much is going on in the XRP ledger, kind of integrating with some of these other blockchains. It's really great to see. It really is. It's super good to see the XRP ledger starting to branch itself out and become more integrated with some of these other chains. And it's going to be interesting to see how this gets built out in the future, because we have a lot of new partnerships being created on the back end. And as we kind of move into the next generation of blockchain, the XRP ledger will continue to be a leader. Oh, here we go. So the first panel this morning at Swell. This is interesting. And I just got a new subscriber, Martin. Thank you. Welcome. The first panel this morning is at 10. And it's actually between Stuart Alderati and the superintendent of the New York State Department of Financial Services, which just so happens to be the person approving Ripple's stablecoin to launch. So I think it's very possible we get some news on that 10 o'clock stage regarding that announcement. That also gives us a good time period to start really looking for those big announcements to start rolling in. It looks like right around 10 o'clock, we should have a lot of those talks starting off. Yeah, it's super interesting to see them on stage together. Yep, just saw another post too. Obviously, we have next week. RLUSD on the road. Mickle, can the SEC appeal against Ripple be denied? No, the appeal won't be denied. We are waiting for the SEC to actually say what they're appealing, because right now we don't know what the SEC is appealing. Where they're appealing something, but we don't know what they're appealing. So we're waiting for the SEC to actually say what they're appealing. And then if they don't do that, then it's possible. That the appeal would be dropped, but it's I would say it's unlikely that happens. Oh, awesome. Thank you. Okay, so this is a really helpful official announcement. This is from Taylor just tagged me in this. So Ripple is an enterprise-focused blockchain service. Is an enterprise-focused blockchain service closely related to the XRP ledger, XRP. Wow, I'm surprised they actually said that correctly. Normally they would say Ripple is the creator of the XRP ledger and the XRP ledger is centralized around Ripple. So wow, this is a good start on a CoinDesk article. Normally, you don't actually get the facts right. Normally, they just lie. So that's cool. The firm partnered with exchanges Bitstamp, Bitso, Bullish, CoinMania, Independent Reserve, MoonPay, and Uphold for distributing RLUSD at the start, while crypto trading firms KeyRock and B2C2 will serve as the market makers for the token. Bullish is the parent company of CoinDesk. The firm is waiting on regulatory approval from the New York Department of Financial Services for the public rollout of RLUSD. President of Ripple Labs, Monica Long, said in an interview with CoinDesk, from our side, we are operationally ready. So there we go. Appreciate that. That's a great little update on everything in terms of that RLUSD ecosystem. Definitely good partner stack. Would like to see Coinbase and Binance come on board eventually, but who knows what their prerogatives are. Binance, I'm a little surprised about, but Binance normally waits a minute to add things, and then Coinbase, I'm not surprised at all about. Here's something on the Federal Reserve chat and some of the other people going to be there. So this is an interesting list. This is that Federal Reserve talk. As we can see, Brad Garlinghouse. Who else do we got? JP Morgan, Forbes, Solana Foundation. Interesting. I didn't know they were going to be there. LedgerLink, Digital Dollar, Bank of Canada, Franklin Templeton, Bank of Philadelphia, Uniswap. 2 people from Ripple, Chris Larson as well. Very interesting. What's going on? What's going to be the big primetime announcement at Swell? I'm not sure. I think Ripple probably was hoping the SEC wouldn't appeal this case for Swell. I was thinking about that the other day at Taylor. Ripple was probably really hoping that the SEC wasn't going to appeal. Just got another new subscriber. Welcome aboard. Thank you so much for coming over. I have a feeling Ripple was probably very disappointed to see the SEC was going to appeal the case, because that would have been a fun thing to be able to celebrate at Swell. But next year, I guess. You know the SEC is dropping from C during Swell? Oh, yeah. They probably, is that Form C? Is Form C? Okay. Elon picks up XRP for X. Yeah. It would be funny if the SEC, I mean, I'm sure they will. They'll probably drop that during the biggest announcement at Swell. They probably have their next piece of the case queued up. Will be interesting to see how they do react on that. What is going on? Why does that keep on closing? Don't forget to smash the like button. Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you. Rolling through the news just to make sure I don't miss anything here. Gary will be there to serve Brad the appeal papers. Yeah, they should have tried to get Gary on stage. That would have been funny. Not that he ever would, but yeah, I wish I did have a live stream for Swell. We'll go back to this real quick, because doesn't seem like there's anything breaking at the moment. Steak and Eggs just became a member. Awesome. Great to have you. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that. Oh, it looks like we have a decent amount of volume coming in, so we'll keep our eye out over the next couple of minutes and see if we get anything exciting here. Love what the price action is doing right now. It's really, really positive to see XRP pulling off this floor we've been stuck on. All the news right now is all around those exchange partners. See what else we got. Scotty steak and eggs. That's no, brother. No, that was a ton of fun. That was a ton of fun. No, you're good, homie. Great meeting you. That was awesome. Oh. Okay. This is an interesting announcement. This is a very interesting announcement. Let me pull this up. Okay, this is kind of big. So Ripple, in terms of who's on Ripple's board for the stablecoin, we actually just got Sheila Blair, who is a former FDIC chair. Former FDIC chairs joining the advisory board next to Chris Larson on the stablecoin. So that's very interesting. Let me give Sheila Blair a follow. So, I mean, this is a high up banking regulator working very close with Ripple now on this stablecoin. So that's very cool to see. Let me just put out a post for this. This is pretty big news. It's once again Ripple landing a grade talent to be leading their team. I mean, it's incredible to see the amount of people Ripple has been able to pull from high up places to run their business. Just another huge landing. Let me send out a post real quick. I wonder if she's still on the FDI. I wonder if she's still on the FDIC. Take a look. Now I want to know more about her. Does she have LinkedIn? Yep. Former chair. Okay. Looks like her history isn't on here. Okay, former FDIC chair. Interesting. Cool. That's a big announcement right there. Because she has all the connections to get Ripple in the right room in order to really make RLUSD benefit to its true potential. If RLUSD is going to be focused on being a regulatory compliant stablecoin, I mean, this is the exact kind of person you would want at the head of the project, right? Someone who can get Ripple in the room with the people who matter in terms of gaining mass adoption for the stablecoin. So that's really big. I can't wait for this first event. Let's see what else we got. FDIC deep regulatory aid. Oh, steak and eggs is good. Yeah, steak and eggs that's what I need right now. Steak and eggs is exactly what I need right now. That'd be incredible. I am starving. And all I have is this protein shake. Roger is making a great point. He said, we have said this before, no joke. people Ripple has on their board. These people are not risking their reputations without knowing everything Ripple is doing. I completely agree, Roger. When you look at the talent Ripple has versus anyone else in crypto, it's really not even close. And I think there's a reason for that, right? I think there's an obvious reason for that. I think Ripple's able to show them things in the back end that is very convincing to ultimately land them as partners. I don't think that's a lot of speculation. I think that's just the way these things go. Ripple knows things that they can't make public to the rest of the world. And former FDIC chair coming over to work on Ripple's advisory is a great example of just bringing the right people together and putting them in the room. And nice. I got some spies at Ripple Swell, guys. So if we anything interesting happens, we'll know about it. Uber Eats like cop. No, I'm not Uber eating. I got food. I got food I'll cook up right after this. That's always the best because I'm like, after these live streams, I'm always starving. So it's like, all right, finally, let's get some food in me. Still keeping my eyes on the news. Montana, I don't think, we'll see. I don't think they're going to make the announcement live on stage. I just don't think that's how regulatory approvals typically work. But I have a feeling it's a sign that that's going to happen very quickly. Jake is at Swell. Jake is at Swell. And if anything interesting happens, I will know about it very quickly. I made sure he knew that. What else we got? Everything is hidden in plain sight. I agree. Yeah, Taylor, I guarantee you Sheila had no idea what she was getting into when she logged on to X this morning. That's funny. I literally, as soon as I saw that, I went and followed her. I went and followed MoonPay too. So I wonder if there's already people commenting on our post. No, not yet. That's funny. No, Taylor, you nailed it. Yeah, she's gonna log on to X and be like, what just happened? Love to see that, though. That might be my favorite thing so far. Love to see that, though. I love when good people are working for Ripple. It's so important. We take a look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin's really the thing holding back this market right now. Bitcoin has got to break out. We're still kind of sitting right at the spot, man. We're so close to getting there. We just need something really to move this thing. Steak and eggs every morning for a year. Oh, that's a great breakfast there. I've been doing I typically do some kind of mix, but I do a lot of ground turkey, scrambled eggs, get some onions and peppers in there as well. Sometimes some potatoes, and that's a good breakfast. Steak and eggs is great too, but I have been on the ground turkey recently, and it's so good. It's incredible. I was like a little sussed out at first. I was like, I don't know if the ground turkey is going to be good in this thing. It's incredible. Okay, I like this announcement a lot. Okay, here we go. Well said. Bitstamp just came in with their announcement. Bitstamp with the Robinhood partnership could be a very big player here. So take a look at this. This just came out of Bitstamp. Are there you've probably heard the buzz around upcoming Ripple USD. At Bitstamp, we're excited to support the listing. As one of the few stablecoins issued by a New York trust company, RLUSD aligns perfectly with Bitstamp's commitment to security and transparency. Stay tuned. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Market open in 12 minutes, absolutely. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to go prior to that market open, but let's see what the market open is looking like. Bitcoin 66-ish. Rest of the market seems choppy up and down. Nothing overly significant there. Stablecoin legislation looks like it's pretty much ready to go as well. So we could get stablecoin legislation very soon with the RLUSD launch almost at like the same exact time. Okay, this is an interesting post from Eddie. Let me pull this up real quick. This is a potential partnership she thinks could happen. I want to break this down. Okay, here we go. I need to pull back over here. Bitcoin's boring. Okay, so hours ago, MoneyGram announced their new wallet on Stellar to send USDC cross-border. Today, Western Union is at Ripple Swell. My crystal ball, Ripple or Western Union will have some new wallet solution on the XRP ledger with RLUSD. That would be very exciting. UAE approved stablecoins today. Yeah, I did see that. Yeah, it's all coming together, man. It's all coming together. Oh, I didn't switch this over, I don't think. October. Yeah, I love that. October. We'll see, man. I think we're overdue for a big move. Whether or not that we get that this month or next month. I think the writing's on the wall already either way. Looks like one of the market makers Ripple is using too also is supported by some pretty big banks. So some interesting news on those market makers as well. All right, guys, with all that said, it seems like the news is slowing down for now. I think we got most of the important things out. Guys, thank you so much for coming. Make sure to stop by later for that John Deaton debate. That's going to be a ton of fun. I can't wait to get out there and support Deaton. We're going to hope that Bitcoin can move past 66 today and we could really get a breakout we've been waiting for a very long time. That'd be really good for the market. Seems like there's a lot of things aligning for a good day today. I mean, if we get an announcement out of Ripple Swell, I think that's going to be very important. But we already have some very exciting things coming through. We talked about earlier. The stablecoin is ready, just waiting on approval. The first panel today is that approval decision maker from the New York Financial Services Department. We also did get a former member of the FDIC board, one of the largest regulatory agencies for the major banks, actually now leading Ripple stablecoin products as well. So a lot of exciting announcements already, and Ripple Swell hasn't even started yet. Guys, thank you so much for coming. I'll talk to you guys